Hey everybody, Matt with Copper Owl Coins, and I am excited because I have a replacement box for the nickel box that we had last night, and it is a circulated box this time. Unlike last night's, which turned out to be all 2020s, I took it back to the same bank this morning, and luckily they had another box. Oddly enough, it came with the box that I was given yesterday when I picked up the box, and this one is circulated, so we actually have something to hunt today. So looking forward to that. And this is all just for fun. Nothing really, nothing really tied to this box. I've got 20 rolls out right now. We'll go for about an hour and see how far we get. Looking forward to spending some time with you guys to hunt this. And you know, it's actually kind of just a surprise pop-up stream. So you know, if we find some major finds, maybe we'll do some type of a giveaway or something like that. But absolutely no pressure on this one. So just thinking about how to improve the stream. Maybe I need to add some bots there so there's some games to play among chatters. I know there's a few other streams going to be going on here in the next hour or so. So, hey William, good to see you. We're just going to be doing a nickel hunt today. No strings attached, no nothing, but just opening some nickels. So I'm going to get right to it since I may or may not have a full hour, but we'll do the best we can. See what we find. I may need to have my glasses on to be able to see. As anybody watching this may have heard me advertising out in other streams, tomorrow's the birthday. How'd I do on RFT? William, I did about as good as most people do. Jimmy Lucari, good to see you. Good afternoon. I got one NIFC in the last roll out of 20 that I had donated for. So, not really a great find, but you know, it was just fun to have them. And the bag pulls were nice. Got a 90 and a 40. Are you kidding me? I don't think that's a... Oh, 89. Oh, I thought we had a 1939 right off the bat. That would have been exciting. Looks like one of those that might have had some gold plating or gold tone to it. It just looks like it's been dipped in something. Somebody trying to have some fun with it. I'm not disappointed with what results from Rob's stream last night. I wish that I had had the chance to be in the second box instead of the fifth box. Now, I did get to choose the box, and I did choose one that did have silver in it. Unfortunately, it wasn't in the first 20 rolls. It was in the last 30 rolls that Cody Wright was able to get those silvers. So, always nice to see somebody getting something out of a box. And those couple silvers from that box ended up getting Rob's stream to 100 for the night, which is just amazing, especially considering like 96 of them came from one box. So that is for sure a great night. I like to use poker terms that everybody was calling it epic, and it was epic. But at the same time, I would I would use a phrase like it was just sick. That's a poker term. So I'll tell you what's really interesting is I see that William and I see Jimmy are here, but I see that my counter right up here says 0. Not sure what that's all about, but at any rate, if it's just me here talking to myself, that's fine too. You may get to hear children in the background. It's Saturday morning, almost noon here. Nestro's Treasure Quest just subscribed. Thank you, Nestros. That was awesome to hear that. It makes me think that maybe on other streams that I've been doing when I haven't noticed people subscribing, that maybe I've had my volume turned down. Hey, we have a nice 57D, so we are on the board with a 57. That's fun. I haven't quite converted over. That's a good looking 79D. I might need to check the album for an upgrade on that one. 64D, of course. I'll set that aside so that I can check for the RPM on that. More 2019s. I've never found that. I think there was a W minted nickel in 19. I think it was 19. Maybe it was 20. Something YouTube is sleeping. Okay, yep, it's up to 3 now. Jim Cantor, hey, yes, I got more nickels, Jim. So far, they're better. I've actually got one possible upgrader and a 57, and I wasn't going to be able to find that in the box that I had last night, so ended up taking it back to the same bank, and we were able to swap it out. And they didn't expect to see me this morning, because I usually stop in about once a week. And certainly, with that bank, I don't normally bring things back, but I didn't open any of those rolls, and it just turned into a straight trade out on box that they got when they got this one, and this one had one of them was all new, and one of them was a circulated box. So I said, I'll take it. So I did try to stop at another bank, and because I wanted to kind of mix things up a little bit, if I could, but they haven't been real easy to work with in the past, and so I don't know that it'll be much better. So I'm going to mute for just a second. I need to handle something. Alright, we'll see if that little scrape upstairs between children is over with. They are 11 and 9, brother and sister, and seems like a lot of mornings we cannot breathe the same air without fighting, so oh well. Jim, yes, last night's late night video is the comment video. I put a link to it in the description for anybody that wants to know. So yeah, if you want to comment on that video, I will use that for the random picker. Nickels, what? Mussel shell? Yeah, I got nickels that I can actually hunt today. That wasn't the case last night. So, see what we got here. Oh, just a shiny 20. I was kind of, with that mirrored finish, I was hoping maybe I'd found a proof. Not to be. Got some really dirty ones today. Got a bank roll of 17p nickels. The entire roll was MS66 condition. Big score. Yeah, that's not a bad thing. I'd thought about keeping, a roll or two from the box last night, but I just decided that I didn't want to have to throw together a new roll, put it in there, and then mix and match everything. So yeah, I probably took the easy way out and just returned them all. So anyhow, not too big a deal. Every once in a while, I just like to do a little nickel hunt, and I don't always broadcast them, but I did a kind of an interrupted video from hotel room with nickels earlier this week. Maybe you guys have seen that, but that was kind of fun because when I get out on the road, some nights there's just not that much to do, especially during COVID. So that was kind of fun to do. Hadn't put together one of those videos in a while and shared that with anybody. I don't have fantastic editing skills, so it doesn't probably look too polished. Maybe a little choppy, but yeah, it's what I could do on the spot. So, not too worried about it. We got there kind of an older one. Oh, 81. That's just really dirty. And another 64D. Are there any others in the 60s that you guys look at besides 64D or 63P? Be interested to hear what you guys think. If it's worth the time during a hunt to set those aside and look at them. Take a second look at them. Boy, there's a one with something caked on it. Loads of fun. I've heard that the 95 Westward Journey, the Buffalo, has some type of error on it. I have not. Yes, 2009 finds. I keep every 2009 that I find, good or bad condition right now. So that's good to hear, William. Is that on all 2009s, no matter what denomination of coin we're talking about? Sounds like I'm going to have a visitor. And we have a 1958D to join the 57. Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
I was just going to ask if I can use the hamburger buns as sandwich buns for lunch.
I guess at this point you can.
Okay, thanks.
Can you ask them to keep it down? Yeah. Alright, that was kid number 2, looking to make some lunch upstairs. So, Kayla fan number 1. Hey, Copperell. Hey, good to see you, Kayla. Ideas for full steps. A missile shell. Yep. Okay, so full steps. Yeah, that would be great to have on just about anything, any nickel that is out there. Well, if I had a nickel for every 64D that I found. That's supposed to be funny. There's a 2004P with the handshake on the back. We're going to take a look at that one a little closer later on. Well, I can do it right now just to show you. We look at the 4 for doubling on that. And this one looks like it's been beat up a little bit. And I don't see any kind of doubling on that one, so we'll toss it back. That's easy enough to look at. like in the background, maybe we're still not breathing the same air very nicely. Oh, might be the biggest reason why I do late night streams and Sunday afternoon. I seem to not be as interrupted. We'll have to see if I can hold that 2 o'clock spot on a Sunday through the football season come fall, because it would be really nice to watch the Chiefs play. It might turn into a longer stream if I watch it on the TV directly in front of me. Finally clean and dry. Good. Good to hear that, Jim Cantor. That was truly unfortunate to hear about that spill. So, if you hear shrieking in the background, you're going to have to probably just ignore it the same way that I'm trying to. With 4 kids, I usually don't get too excited until I actually smell blood being spilled anymore. Just kidding. I do all right to try to tame the disagreements as fast as I can. But sometimes I gotta let them just play out. Otherwise, they'll never learn to resolve their own differences. And sometimes you just gotta lay the hammer down. And encourage them to think differently. One more pause here. Thank goodness for a mute button. Perplexed Mind, hello. I don't know that I've seen you on one of my streams before. If I didn't see you and you were, my apologies, but welcome. Thanks for stopping by to check things out. We're just doing a nickel hunt. Nothing too much. Denmo, good to see you. Good to see you. So, yeah, we're just doing an old-fashioned nickel hunt, just looking through nickels and seeing what we find. Nothing too special about it, no donations, no nothing. You know, maybe if we find something special, we'll do some type of giveaway, but not expecting it at all right now. Just looking through nickels and seeing if we can find any 30s, 40s, 50s, buffaloes, maybe on the rarest of occasions a V-nickel or something better. But right now, not finding too much. I'd love to find some more that upgrade my album. And I don't have my table of what I'm lacking up. I'm only lacking about 10 or 12 finds to complete a date type album for the Jefferson Nickels. Of course, most of those are the harder to find. Nope, first time, but I've been around. Well, Perplex, I'm glad that you stopped by. I'll be streaming tomorrow with a $50 box, live at 2 p.m. Central. I do take donations for those rolls, and if we find anything in your rolls, I'll send them to you. And if we don't find anything and you buy at least 10 rolls, you know, you'll be getting bag pulls. So the comment video for giveaways on that stream is in the description of this stream. Another 2004. Nah, it's not the handshake though. So if you're interested in buying rolls, I only charge $3 per roll. I don't have a ton of giveaways, but I have a few. It's kind of commensurate with the lower cost of per roll that I ask for. It's been a pretty good thing. I think we might. No, that's another 64. I've done it. I thought we had one. Anyhow, I keep the cost low, but that means I can't do as many of the big time extras that others do. Maybe in time we'll build it up to where we can do that. But we'll see where we go with it. It's through the help of people like you that jump in and join in, that help donate, that make it all possible. Feel free to sub the channel if you like what you see. I like what I see here. It's a 49 from Philly. So we have one from the 40s now. It makes 3 finds overall. Haven't found a 2009. I did last box, but not this one. One from 1960. There's an almoster. And a 68. 61. That's close as well. There's a 52 from Denver. And it makes 3 of them from the 50s and 1 from the 40s, so we're starting to find a few things. Yes, he is getting very close to that 100,000 subscriber mark. I'm only about 91,800 behind him, because I'm trying to close in on 200 subscribers. So if you're watching and you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I have no delusions that I'll catch any of these guys that have been doing it for years. But they're impressive with what they're doing. I know I'm doing it at a much smaller scale, but it would be fun to possibly someday make it to 1,000. That would be really fun. I'd be absolutely astonished if we do, but it'd be pretty cool. Sometimes you get those 64s that look really nice. So set that one aside. 3 of them in a row like that, you can kind of tear through things fairly quick. I definitely like having this leather mat here. It kind of keeps things a little quieter and things don't roll on you nearly as bad. What do you guys think? Do I need to include some of the bot features so that there's things like games to play and other entertaining things to do while we're looking through things? I know different streams kind of have different themes with that. Like Raven has relics, and Southern Metal has possums, and things like that. E pluribus unum has unums. I've been thinking about different things I can do like that. We could do something very owl themed there, like incorporate the idea of a nest, eggs, being kicked out of the nest, going on a hunt, things like that. Hoots. Who knows? another close call with the 60s. Clean pennies without chemicals. All you need is copper BBs and a jar and drill. Okay. That's an interesting observation, William. Is that something you've done? I would guess, given the number of pennies that I believe I remember your past comments, mentioned that you have, that you've probably tried that maybe once or more. If anything, I'm doing some pennies or some nickel hunting just to kind of maybe build up some speed, try and keep up with Hudson and Paul, because I think as soon as Paul and I can work it out, we're probably going to do like a late night battle box, which might be kind of fun. I definitely enjoy Paul's stream. It usually means that I'm up a little late. I just crashed out last night. I know that I wanted to hunt some nickels. I'm sure I would have been just a little bit tired. Talking myself into yawning right there. Boy, sometimes these mid-80s coins, they just look like they had a long life. And you get them that look a little bit better. Rolls seem just a little bit on the thin side for fines right now. I mean, we're doing okay. Got 4 through the first, let's see, I've got first 13 rolls. So I guess that's not too bad. Start whipping through these pretty quickly. No, there's another 57D. That makes 2 of those, so all I had to do is speak up. Everybody else, root these rolls along. Let's find a buffalo or something. It's been a while since we found a buffalo. We want a buffalo. You need to say that so the box hears us. Sounds like things have calmed down upstairs a little bit. Happy to hear that. That one's been scratched. Haven't had a war nickel in a while either, so I'd take either one. Been doing okay on the 30s, 40s, and 50s, but the other finds have been a little light lately. So there's Mama Owl. I would have to say that I wasn't aware that I was going to either. I was just going to hunt for as long as I could in a box of nickels. I see. Well, I'm just doing it for a little while. Now I've got a replacement box of nickels, so I just thought maybe I'd peel into them real quick, like, see what we could find. If we don't make it through the whole box, that's fine too. But, Take the jar lid, poke a hole in it, and bolt on nut instead. Tablespoonful of BB and put it onto the grill in a pan and let it slowly spin. All the loose dirt, no scars. Interesting. Alright. There's a 59, and it is from Denver. We're finding plenty of 59s. Well, it sounds like maybe the kids are getting restless again. Who knows? So, who knows? They're kids, they do these things, and sometimes they do them often. Can't promise it'll be a real long stream. I don't know that we'll get through the entire box at this rate. I'm kind of doubting it before I'll probably have to jump and do some other things. But I just wanted to turn it on for a little while. Have a little bit of fun. 59D. So there's our second one there. We're now up to 6 from the 50s, but only 1 from the 40s. And I'd like to think maybe we could find some more from the 40s. Never cleaned coins since I was a kid. I had a roll of steel cents and I cleaned up real nice, but didn't dry them off good enough. And I'm guessing that they turned into a rusty, congealed mess. I've seen some of those, and that is unfortunate. Steels are so cool. Here we have one that's got a lot of red toning, or red, maybe paint or something, but it's only on one side. It says 64p. It does not have a repunchment mark on that one, so off it goes. Because there is no mint mark. And nothing from those. We'll get through at least 4 more rolls here real quick. Just wondering why. Oh, I found him. Yeah. Went to show someone the next day and found a tube of rusted pennies. It doesn't take long, does it? Use a tumbler for impossible coins. Let's see. Alright. Another close call. A lot of 60s in this roll, or in this box. Really close calls. 40. A really good looking 2004. I'll check that one to see if I have any upgrade potential on that one. I think most of them that I have from that time period are in pretty good shape, but that one looked pretty good. Hey, last coin in the roll is a 1948 Philly, so we now have a second from the 40s. Let's see, back to running around. I don't have unlimited dash, so I have to go be home to get Owlet number 3 soon. I may step away to make sure that he's getting ready. He has a kind of a birthday party of sorts for a friend of his here soon, so we want to make sure that he's ready. Ready to go. Mama Al's been out making sure that he has a gift for his friend. 1964. Among other errands that are being run. That's pretty good shape too. Seems like I always find about one 2009 per box. I know there were fewer of them made, but man, I didn't realize there was this many fewer made. I think the most I've ever found is, by the way, tomorrow's the birthday. Yes, it is. I may have mentioned that. Whoop, loud noise. May have mentioned that once or twice in some streams. Hoping to get a nice audience tomorrow would be nice. While we search those half dollars. Ooh, a good looking 2003 Philly. I'm definitely gonna check an upgrader on that. And take a shower. You do that, Jim. Let's see, what was it? William, you said 2004 is another good year. What, are you talking for nickels? You talking for nickels, William? Yeah. Yeah. I'm guilty of broadcasting that. Give me 2 more years when I get to level 50, and I might even be a little more annoying about it. I don't know. Last year's birthday happened during COVID, and, kind of very limited what could be done. And Mrs. Al's planning to take me out tonight for some dinner. 1941 Philly. So we've got another 40s. That makes 3 of them, and 9 total. So the box is turning out to be pretty good. We're on pace for more than, well, yeah, just right at about 20 finds, which is a pretty average box. We won't be disappointed with that. Oh, Mrs. Owl's about a year and a half younger than me. So, I think I might have dropped one here. I'm not sure. I'm going to take a quick time out, everybody, to go see if my son needs any help getting himself together for his birthday party. I'll be right back. All right, we are back. William says, yes, Nichols, you're not hunting anything else. Okay, fair enough. 2004 is another good year. Is that because they're lower mint, or what? What's the meaning behind that? I know there's the 2004 P. I'll botch the specific name of the nickel, but it's the one with the handshake on the back. Hey, Kayla, thanks for the welcome back. I'm just digging out a few more rolls here. I had to help Owlet number 3 figure out what clothes to change into. It's ongoing day-to-day exercise and something. It's a really good looking 2005 D there. I'll check that one as well for upgrade. Anybody been seeing any 2021 coins out there in circulation yet? I have yet to see one of any denomination. Got one that's a little yellow back here. I think it's just some crud on it. Quick look at the back of it didn't show any kind of mint mark above Monticello, so I'm not thinking we have anything. That was a 64P anyway, so yeah, it was close, but no cigar. There's one that's a little yellow as well, but it's 1941, and it is a Denver mint mark. So the 40s are storming back. Only they were down quite a few to the 50s, but they're storming back and only down 2 now. There's a 2004D. If there's something with the 2004Ds, no matter what the back of them is, that would be interesting to know. I have 3 sets of the P and D Airman quarters. Oh, wow. Wow. That is impressive. Were you able to get those just from the bank, Kayla? I've kind of decided that I'm willing to pull out current year coins from circulation for just about each new year. Show packs. Oh, cool. That sounds like that would be a lot of fun. I think we have another 40s peeking out here right after this one. 1947. And I think that's an S mint mark. Very cool. So 47S joins the bunch here. I have these out of order. I do. So we are now just about tied with 40s and 50s. 40s have come back storming. Nothing else in there. One was in wild, and the others I bought are still in mint wrap. Oh, okay, cool. Hey, however you get them, that's nice to have them. I look forward to finding some. It's too bad they're not doing them from the West Point Mint, like in 19 and 20, but you know, I think only doing that every once in a while makes those finds a little more special too. Really only found one West Point from 2020 with the Privy mark on it, which is a little bit surprising, but I don't go through probably near the volume of nickels and quarters that, well, specifically quarters in this case, that others do. I'd like to, but I just, you know, have a whole lot of life going on besides this. And my challenge is getting things turned around and returned. And I'm really getting coins from one bank right now. Kind of looking for a second one that can help kind of balance the load here, so I don't completely overrun one bank. And you know, if they get a new manager and they change the policy on me, then I'd be out of luck and not being able to do any more streams for a while. So definitely shopping around to see if another bank can help me out. I tried to stop at one this morning to see if they would welcome the nickel box exchange rather than the bank that I got them from. I knew that was a little bit of a long shot, and that didn't go so well. They've been kind of difficult to work with in the past, so we'll see if we keep them or not. Seem to be very particular about things. I need a little more flexibility. That's another great looking 2005. A couple really good looking ones in here. 1958 has made an appearance, the D variety there. So we'll add that to it. Looks like 12 finds so far. So that's a good sign. Ooh, something sticky on there. Looks like duct tape or something. Not sure why you need to put electrical tape or duct tape on that, but anyway. Right, totally agree. Alrighty. Alright. Cruising through here. We're just about at the halfway point of this box. Seems to be going pretty good. Not as fast as some, but getting better. Well, we are going to have a miscellaneous find. And we're going to lose 4 cents. That is a penny. It found its way into that box. I will return that penny. This is 2019. Little dings and such on it. So, down 4 cents. Oh well. If I had a nickel for every time I'd seen that, I'd have 4 more cents every time. That might be the lamest joke I can tell, Nickel Honey. Why do people do that? I don't know. I'm guessing you're talking about the tape. I don't know. It's always interesting to see what people do and why. Maybe ponder the question for a short time, why they do it. That's kind of an interesting one. It's got some toning on it. I'm not sure what might have led to that, but I'd set that one aside for our kind of little quasi-toner collection. $4D. RPM on that off camera. Hey, there's a 1946. It is not a war nickel, but it is another one that we can add to our collections. So 40s are keeping up. I think that puts them one behind again. Kind of like to have these little internal competitions between decades and see who wins that one. Usually it's the 50s for the most finds, but the 40s obviously have some very cool finds that can be there. Love tone. Yep, I do too. I definitely like clean and silvery, but I love tone on things too. It's always makes it interesting. In some ways, I think toning actually helps set off some of the fine details that you sometimes lose with a very highly reflective base silver color. There's a 2001 that's had a long life. Hard to believe that 2001 was 20 years ago. We have the 20th anniversary of 9/11 later this fall. It's just amazing to me. $1970 in pretty good shape. Take a look at that one, see if it upgrades. UC Muscle Shell video. Muscle Shell, you got a video out? I have not stopped by in a little while. I should do that. I'll make time to do that. I've always been interested in Muscle Shell's name and how I came up with that. Pretty sure I've subscribed to your channel. I may have just neglected to turn the alert on. I'll go back and look. Not a problem, Kayla. Go see what Muscle Shell's got for us. I can tell you right now, we've got a 1958 from the back of this roll. It was peeking out, so I thought I'd go ahead and grab that. So 50s get back into a 2 nickel lead over the 40s. Let's see how long that lasts. Couple more 64s sprinkled in there. They must have made a billion 64s. Guess they're everywhere. I have returned. Hey, William. Welcome back. Well, 1958 strikes again, giving it a 3-coin lead now over the 40s. The box that I hunted when I was on my trip, the last roll we found a 39, so that was kind of fun. I had to look at it a couple times, make sure it wasn't an 89. Sometimes those 3s and 8s look the same when you're hunting. It's a little off color here in the middle. And good reason, it's a 1955. Let's see what we have. It's a D. Alright. 1955 D. We will add that here. The 50s have surged out ahead again by 4 now. Over 1 billion. Well, I was just kind of shooting that out off the top of my head as, just what it seems like there must be, but I didn't know if I'd be even close to that or not. It just seems like that. Well, as many of them there are out there, and as kind of deceptively tricky as they are when you're hunting, it feels like there's billions of them. And it's probably just, people doing what we're doing here is, hunting through them, checking them, not finding what they want, toss them back into the wild. That's probably why there's so many out there. Another 64 peeking out. Do I know why? I'm gonna say I probably don't. Trying to think back, 64, what was going on in 64? Well, 64 is when we switched other coin from, or is when we last did all the silver. So I'm wondering if it might be related somehow to that. And we had plenty of nickel on hand before we switched over to the clad in 65. 90% silver JFK. Okay. Well, I was close. Is there something more specific about that 90% JFK other than just the content that kind of drove that, William? I'm always interested to kind of hear what you got, based on your experience, and I know that you're doing the numismatic classes and workshops here recently, so it's always kind of interesting to hear what you got to say about those things. There's a demand for more coinage in 64. Okay. Makes sense. Well, there sure was, because it lands here all the time. I'm surprised I have found some really nice 64s. I mean, they're out there, still in circulation, which is pretty amazing. Some of them are worn slick, and some of them are really nice. Awesome muscle shell, love, and respect on that. All right. So muscle shell, I will have to run out and take a look at whatever video you've got going on there as well. Make a point to do that here a little bit later. Maybe when we finish this box off. Kind of an odd colored edge here. Looks like it's either fire damaged or just been cooked on with something. That's just a 2002. I don't think there's much more to look at on that. Maybe it was polished or something. 70D. Not sure why somebody would need to do that. 71. Interesting. There's a 1959 Denver. So the 50s have definitely retaken their commanding lead. I think they're up 5 now over the 40s. Come on, 40s, make a bounce back. Love to see an even split between the two. UWU stand for? That is a good question. I've wondered the same. That gets us through 30 rolls. 20 to go. Get 5 more up here. And 5 more with that. Let's take a quick inventory here. We've got several we're going to be rechecking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 finds so far through 30 rolls. Not too bad. Puts us on pace for about 25 total. That would be good. I would definitely take that. It's an emoticon like in emojis. Okay. Okay, interesting. I'm not sure what it is supposed to look like, but it comes across as UWU. I definitely do not know my emojis or emoticons as well as others may. Another 64D to look at. Got quite a pile of them starting now. I'm sure there will be more. Come on, buffaloes, where are you hiding? Where are you hiding? I had to Google it. Yeah, I would have to do that as well. So, oh, who else is streaming right now? I think it was Plumber Stacker. I think he's streaming right now. I've been checking out his stuff ever since I saw him on RFT, sponsoring some giveaways the other couple streams ago. Seems like he does a really good job as well. Means cuteness. Okay. That probably explains why I've never used it. I have never really fancied myself cute or doing things very cute. But who knows? So William, have I oversold the whole leveling up tomorrow? It's a sign of a flirt. Ah. Oh, that's funny. Well, then I will probably see my daughter using it sometime soon. She is a little flirt. Another one of them kind of colored funny on the back. But maybe like a glue or something like that. I'm not sure. Yeah, that one got all black. It's just a 75p there. These spread out a little bit better and be able to look at them a little easier. There's a 64 Philly. Don't worry about 64D with the handshake. We don't look at those. It doesn't have double on it. That's pretty funny, guys. So William, I've been interested in the classes that you've taken. I know it probably doesn't get me much, but I did take advantage of the A&A $5 membership offer, just to kind of explore that and see what comes with that. I think it's through isn't that through the same organization that you're doing the classwork through? Just a little bit of browsing made it look like there was plenty of access to some cool opportunities to learn a little bit more along the way with that $5 membership. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully they haven't suckered me into something that's just completely going to rid my bank account of any value. I don't think that that's what they're doing. Even the standard membership is fairly reasonably priced for a year. Let's see, one of those weird commenters that jumps up on just about every video I have has one of these strange random names. They pick out a time to post, a few seconds in, and starting the coin channel. Definitely worth it. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I got to thinking about. That's probably worth some education. And actually, before, about a year ago, I was sitting here thinking that maybe that would be something that I could do in the next year, would be to do the studying and work on that piece of it. But then I got to thinking, maybe it's more of a longer-term goal. Check that one for 4. Doubling on the 4. What do we got? I do not see doubling on that 4. So I kind of just jumped into doing more of this right now, and thought I will continue to learn along the way. Nope, that is D. And maybe it's a long-term thing. Kind of take it slow and build up some knowledge, then take those classes. And somebody doesn't like Jefferson there. They X'd him out. It's a 2015 D. Must have been using it for something else. Something upstairs just crashed. I don't think that was a disagreement. I think somebody just dropped something, but it was loud. Still not finding any buffalo. I think we're on about a 4-box buffalo drought right now. Oh well. That's not going well at all. Looks like we're into this roll that I just opened. Gives us 15 more to go in this box. found a couple proof nickels as I've been going through here. Not in this box, but in recent boxes. I think I did 2 or 3 boxes in a row that had them. That was kind of exciting. None of them were in super great shape, but they were proofs nonetheless. And I do set those aside. I've recently come into a bunch of, ooh, I think we might have a war nickel. I think we might have a war nickel. $19.45. And we do. We do. It is from Philly. It's a little worn, but you can see it above the Monticello. There it is. Nice reflection on it there. Boy, I'm excited now. Boy, that was worth the wait. That was worth the wait. 1945 Philly war nickel. Excited about that. That is for sure. Let's move it into place. You know, that's actually kind of cool, William. I would actually love to have something like that. And I say that because the Boy Scouts, you know, they definitely include like Native American lore in some of the studies, and sometimes they build some regalia that is fun to use or fun to make. It's interesting to see how things like that get made today versus how they did back then, and something like that would be really kind of cool to add to a small collection of things that we've made. Nice. Another book checker there. Real happy to find that war nickel. It's been a while. It's been a while. I think we'd had a longer war nickel drought than we had buffalo drought. Glad that's over. That's the first time the P shows up on a coin is in 1945? Or just on the war nickels? Trying to think. Yeah, they definitely had it on earlier war nickels, but I think what you're probably saying, William, is that with the war nickel, it's the first time the P shows up on a coin. If I'm kind of understanding where you're going with that. I like it. It's cool. I like what they did with those. I think it's super cool to find things like that. They don't carry a super high premium in, you know, rough circulated state, but well, they are fun to find. Correct, yeah. Alright, we're on the same page then. There's a 63 Philly I'm going to set aside. I know that has a doubling on it, or at least some variety that I need to look at. I can't remember off the top of my head what, but it might be worth something looking at here just a little bit. I really need to fix up a chart to have in front of me, or some type of mat or overlay that I can use that keeps that information a little more on my fingertips here. Make the hunts a little more fun using the microscope. As you know, the setup that I'm using is set up for the night owls broadcast, and it's currently scrolling across $half information, which we're not doing, as you can clearly see. But I think I had started one in OBS Studio, and I had just not made one a duplicate of it in Streamlabs just yet. I've been trying both out, and seems like Streamlabs giving me a little more flexibility, but in different ways. So it's hard to tell which one will be the eventual winner. I've been doing Streamlabs now for about a month. It's got some crazy toning on it. It's 2020. Very interesting. We'll set that one aside for the toner pile. There's a 67. I'm not sure if that has anything to look at. Pardon me 1 second. I have to sneeze. Well, wasn't that fun? Oop, just about missed it. A 1959 in pretty decent shape. It's from Philly. So, pardon me. Springtime usually brings about the allergies, so I'm sure many people are dealing with that right now. RFT nickel mat until you make your own. I think I actually have the elements to make my own. I've made a penny mat and a $half mat that I haven't quite rolled out yet. We'll see if that goes anywhere. I'll have to pull that out and show you guys sometime. I don't actually have one printed out. I think I've got one of the penny mats that I came up with. It's a little larger version and has a few wrinkles and such on it, but turn it around so it looks right. You can see it has a lot of the same layout, a few changes here and there, a lot of the same information, trying not to blatantly rip things off. But the fun thing is these pennies and these pennies are mine. I actually took those pictures and built them in like that. So I don't know. I gotta think more. That was just an initial design, and I haven't done anything. Clouds, Yep. Yep. I definitely have some dirty fingers after this. I probably should wear gloves. I know you might find something really interesting and you wish you had. If that happens, that would be both shocking and unfortunate. Sounds like I might have a visitor. Sounds like I might have a visitor. 1958D. Another 58. Well, that's unfortunate to hear that outlet number 3 is not ready to go yet, because we tried to get him there. Even called a brief timeout to help him out. So, I am sorry to hear that. Well, so Shell's getting a laugh out of something. What would that be? Alright, 10 rolls to go. 10 rolls to go, and then we'll be done with that box. Didn't have a lot of finds in that 10 roll group. Seems like a lot of these rolls are just begging to come apart too, so I wonder if we're just getting a bumpy ride to the bank. What is an owlet? That would be a child. I don't know if that's the technically correct term for a baby owl, but or an adolescent owl, but I guess that's what we're using. We'll have to see. One more thing I need to look up. It sounds right, though. I don't know if maybe they call them chicks or not. There's a good-looking 2004 P, the right one that we want to find. That would be awesome if this had a double on it. I think it's just some dirt or some markings on that, but I'm going to leave it there. See what we got. Well, we continue here. William, do you see anything interesting on that one? '67 in really good shape from Philly. I will definitely be album checking that one. I bet I probably have a good one for that already. Seems like just about the time that I think I do, think I have something. It usually ends up being it's got an ugly tape on the back. Let's see if we can remove that for whatever reason. You save 39 to 59 nickels. Hey Armando, yes I do. I do. I consider those finds when we're going through these boxes. It's got a lot of tape on it, my goodness. I don't know why people are putting tape on this. I feel like I'm cleaning up wildlife and letting it back into the wild by doing this. This mama is a smarty. Definition of owlet. Commonly any young owl. Hey, there you go. I had a feeling Mrs. Owl was correct on that. Thank you for letting me know, dear. Alright, 9 rolls to go. And we'll get done here. Get on with the rest of the day. I think things are in pretty good shape for the start of the stream tomorrow. I did get a year-to-date total updated on that board as of the last stream, so you'll see how well the year has gone. There's another 1950s. It looks like it's going to be a 1956. I'll double check that. Yeah, 1956, and it is a Denver. I think that is there. So let's just double check here real quick. Let's see. We've got 5, 10, 12, 14 from the 50s. 3, 4, 7 from the 40s. So not too bad. Several rolls that I'm looking for someone that are interested in them. Problem is the cost of shipping. What rolls are you looking for, Armando? If anybody's interested in some Eisenhower dollars, I have a bunch of those that I would love to work out a deal. You could kind of rethought how I expressed that last night. All I would say is you can have probably as many as you like for $1 a piece. Face value. We're going to have a second war nickel. Let me finish that thought. $1 a piece plus $4 for the cost of shipping. But we're going to have a second war nickel, and this one is from San Francisco. Let's zoom in on it. That's good looking there. There, I think it's in focus. Yep, there we go. Another 1945. So we've got the P and the S. Always we need the D for a set of 45 war nickels from this box. Very cool. Little dingy, but we will take it. Man, I'm feeling good about this box all of a sudden. Very happy with it. Where the 40s are lacking in the quantity of finds, they're making up with the quality of them, that is for sure. Another album checker there. And be able to get the albums out and check those. This is turning in to be a pretty decent box. We're above our average on finds, so no complaints there. Not looking for any nickels, wanting to sell them. How many Ike dollars do you have to sell? Armando, I don't have an exact count, but I'm going to say it's in the neighborhood of 150. I would have to say, you know, for all 150, we'd probably have to figure out a little better what the cost of shipping is and do a final tally on that. But I can definitely get back with you, Armando, on how many. I mean, if you have a number that you're looking for, we can work something out. Set you up with a small box of those, maybe. I'm not getting rid of all of them. Can you email them? Can I email you my number? You can talk about them? Sure thing, Armando. You can surely do that. We will work something out. I am interested. Sure thing. Sounds good to me. I'll try to come up with an exact count. I know that Ike's girl wanted to get 9 the 977s that I have. So we'll see where we go from there. I've done some looking at the 76 bicentennials, and there are several of the Type 1 and Type 2s, especially in the Denver Mint marks. There's plenty of them on both, as you'd probably expect. For the Philadelphia minted ones, I didn't see. I think we only had the Type 2. 20 cents per ounce, Ike's Way, 2 grams each. Okay. Yeah, I think they have like a basic box fee, another 58 Philly. I think they have a basic box fee and then add on the ounces after that, something like that. Because I know all the small bubble wrap packages that I mail, they always have about a $4 base fee and then usually about 10 to 20 cents based on how many additional ounces we have. So another 2004 that looks really good. That would be nice if it had the doubling on it. It's in good shape. Turning it around, I don't think I see anything on there. William, if you want to look at that while it's on the screen and let me know your thoughts. Don't mean to pick on William, but I know that he's looking at developing an eye for these things. He knows what to look for. So, all right, 2.7 clad. Six rolls to go. I feel like I've slowed down. Oh, exploded that roll on myself. Lost the grip on the ends, but we'll try and reconstruct it here and give ourselves something to hunt. Guess the Masters are on this week. That's always fun to see. Haven't seen who's doing well there. Nelson. All right, Armando. Yeah, we'll figure that out. I'm trying to remember, Armando. I know that you had sent me channel stickers previously. I'm trying to remember your address. Are you in Missouri? I'm just trying to recall off the top of my head. It was either Missouri or Michigan. $0.25 in the MS condition. Alright. So nothing too valuable. Several times face, but nothing too extraordinarily valuable. That's what I'm taking from that. Hey, 1947 decided to stop by and leave us one from Denver. Very cool. We'll take that. Get back to this. Another crazy toner. We'll put that to the side. 2020's given us two toners. And another 1959. This roll just likes to spit the fines out. Had two of them in the late half of that roll, so that's pretty cool. Poplar Bluff, Missouri. I'm trying to remember where Poplar Bluff is in Missouri. Is that down south? Or near St. Louis? I'm in the Kansas City area. On the west side, on the Kansas side. So now that you mention that, I'm not sure that shipping wouldn't be the cheaper option there if we're both burning gas. But it would be cool to meet another member of the coin community on here, and somebody who's been on the stream before, so who knows, maybe we'll work something out. What do we have here? 1940 from Philly. That's the oldest one we found on this hunt. These late rolls are just fighting back. They said, we've had enough. We've had enough of these empty rolls. Let's load up the finds here as fast as we can and make this box successful. I think it already was, especially with those 2 war nickel finds, but hey, I don't mind adding to the totals at all. Call when you're ready. I'm retired and very seldom busy. My daughter is in North Kansas City. Okay. Well, I'm sure we can work something out. So you really like the Eisenhower dollars there. Close to Overland Park, Kansas. I'm really not too far from Overland Park, actually. I live in DeSoto, Kansas, which is about 5 miles west of Lenexa on the west side of Kansas City Metro. Interesting toned one here. Might just be dirty. 1997 dirty. But yeah, Overland Park's not too far away. I pass by there all the time when I'm driving into work. Which is, yeah, not happened very much in the last year, but still working at home right now. But that may be changing again soon. Couple 64s back to back here. I think well, only one of them had a mint mark. See too many 81s. Just a kind of a random year. 2008. I thought maybe we had a 2009 finally, but we don't. We might go a box without one. First time that'll happen in a little while. Usually find a way to sneak one in. Tired from Whiteman Air Force. Oh, very cool. Poplar Bluff. So is that gateway to the Ozarks? Okay. So I'll have to look you up there. Daughter is coming to visit me in 2 weeks, so we can save all the shipping. She lives in Overland Park, Kansas. The other daughter lives in North Kansas City. Boy, you know that sounds like a fair deal to me, Armando. That'd be really cool. Unfortunately, I don't have the sticker, the channel sticker just yet. My son has been helping me with that since he is the Photoshop genius. And we're working out the last fine details on that. And he has just been busy. Schoolwork first, you know. But otherwise, I would send something like that with those hikes. I'd love to pass those along to the community rather than taking them back to the bank. That is for sure. So we'll work something out. We might have another war nickel. Let's see what we've got. 1942. I know that not each mint had a war nickel in 42. Boot Hill of Missouri, about 2 hours south of St. Louis, 5-hour drive from here. Yeah, that would probably not save us on Save us on meeting. Well, it looks like it's from Philly, and it is not. It does not have the silver, the 35% silver in it. But it's another find for the 40s. That makes me happy. And we'll go on from there. I've never found 3 war nickels in one box. I was pretty excited about that possibility right there. That was going to be cool. Right, that is not a war nickel. It's a war era. You can tell from looking at the front. Alright. I could not. I have not learned all those little tricks. I could go and see my great aunt in Cape Girardeau and deliver. This is true. This is true. That means all the little owlets will be in the nest with Papa Owl, and ugh. I guess that would be fair, right? Every time I have to travel, Mama gets stuck with them. Down to the next to last roll here, guys, so just thought I'd give you that update. Hey, there's another 1946, so the 40s are just coming back strong. It's kind of nice to see. That one looked old. I was hopeful that it was 1 year off of being a war nickel. I'm required to visit soon, alone. Maybe Armando knows about your aunt down there. Who knows? You make videos. That is an interesting question. William, I have 4 kids of my own. We frequently have friends of them that visit the house that we kind of consider kids. Especially the frequent ones, and some of them we've known for years and years as our children have grown up. But 4 kids ranging from 9 to almost 18. He'll be 18 next month. I was going to say, responding to Armando's question, that Mrs. Owl is thinking about doing a podcast. I've told her she ought to think about doing like a YouTube. She'll probably have more subscribers than me if she does, because, well, let's just say, I got a face made for radio. And she does not. She's a lovely lady. And I like the idea that she's got. 1949, the 40s continue to come back strong. It's a 49D. They might try to narrow the gap here, but then 1959, let's be sure. Yep, 1959D says, hold on a second, we're not done with the 50s. But it's kind of fun to still be finding the one from each decade in the last portion of the last roll, just to make it interesting. Just to make it interesting. So, alright. We've gotten through all 50 rolls. I call my podcast That Mom or That Mom of Many. What's your subject? So I'm going to line up our finds today. We found the one miscellaneous penny. I just threw that back. Line up our finds today. I've probably been blurry the last 7 rolls. let's see, we'll get these lined up. No more than 2 from any year in the 40s. We've got a nice spread of years. That's nice to see. Looks like I just managed to line these up pretty good on the camera. Oh no, Sarah on here. I've been calling her Mama Al. That's my wife. So, yep, we made a good match years ago. Come June, it'll be 25 years. So, anyway. Well, we'll just do a quick recap here, starting with the 40s. We got 1 from the 40s, 2 from 1941, 1 from 42, the 2 war nickels from 45, 2 from 46, 2 from 47, 1 from 48, and 2 from 49. So that gives us 3, 6, 10, 13 from the 40s. Not bad at all. Better than I thought we were going to end up. Thanks to that late surge. So what did I say, 13? 13. We got 1 from 1952, 1 from 1955, 1 from 1956, 2 from 57, 6 from 1958, and I believe 6 also from 1959. So 12, 14, plus 3, 17. That gives us 30 finds overall. That's actually really, really great number of finds. Unfortunately, we didn't have any from the 30s, but we did have 2 Civil War nickels found in that box. That makes me happy. The totals for the finds make me happy. Got several album checkers, a couple of the toned ones that we're going to keep in mind and take a look at. A couple others that we want to look at. I'll just take a quick look and see. I'm not sure if this is the one that would have the doubling on the 55 or not. I'm just going off my memory there. And let's see what we got going on here. Let's see, Muscle Shell, you're still there. All right, great. Good to hear, Muscle Shell. Let's see, that mom, that mom who has special needs kids. That's very true. Married almost 25 years. That mom who defends others. The mom who survived. Have many things to talk about. You both need to come to Cape and visit your aunt and wife, and I'll come up to Cape and meet you both. Sarah, that's what duct tape was invented for. Go to Cape all the time to pick up boxes of quarters. Or Armando, maybe what we need to work out, if we don't do some type of handoff with your daughters here in town so that they can get them to you, if we find ourselves down that way, maybe what we need to work out is maybe if you get like a box of quarters or halves or really anything, maybe we can do a Ike's for a box of nickels exchange or pennies or something like that. I'm always interested in getting boxes from other locations to see if there's any significant changes or variances there. So, but Armando, we'll talk. I appreciate your interest in the Eisenhowers that we have. Probably going to wrap things up. Ended up having a good time. I'm glad this replacement box was available. It sure beats a box full of 2020s. That's for sure. So, I guess I can take these off now because I do not need to wear them all the time. It's just, whoa, a little bit of an adjustment back to normal vision. Call and we will talk. So, I'll tell you what, Armando, we might need to have Mrs. Al on that conversation as well, just because, maybe there's something more there. So, Guys, thanks for hanging out. We're just under 2 hours now. Probably need to get on to some other things today. And I will check my email, Armando. Thanks, everybody, for stopping by. Muscle Shell, Armando, William Finds Pennies, thank you for stopping by. Jim Cantor, I'm not sure if you're still there. I know you were early on. Thank you for stopping by. Kayla, fan number 1 with the emoticon, huggy, whatever that thing is, UWU. Thank you for stopping by. Just a reminder to go to the link that is in the description of this stream to find a link to the comment video that will be used for tomorrow's in-the-stream giveaway when we hunt a box of $half. And yep, pause coming up at 4 o'clock Central. Should be a great day. I'll be interested in watching Pa's stream tomorrow morning. Apparently, the Ma and Pa penny box that starts at 10 a.m. I will have 10 rolls in that one, and they are birthday rolls. No secret, it's my birthday tomorrow, so appreciate any birthday wishes there. But kind of reaching kind of a ho hum 48, which I'm like. Not a milestone, it's another year. I feel older than that, but oh well, what can I do? So anyway, another trip around the sun at the very least, so I've made another lap. We'll catch you all tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central for the $half hunt. Till then, take care of yourselves, be good to each other, and we will talk to you then. See you later.